Proper brain function is the cornerstone of a fulfilling life, underpinning every aspect of our cognitive, emotional, and physical well-being. Despite the brain being one of the most important organs of the body, breakthroughs in brain health have remained largely unchanged for decades. This is especially true regarding the measurement of cognition.
One of the big challenges around understanding our brains is a fundamental rule in medicine is that you can't treat what you can't measure. Over all the time of medicine, we've really had difficult ways to measure and evaluate how your brain is doing.
The biggest issue is what kind of information can you glean as a physician when you're trying to help your patients? And most of these devices deal with anatomic, meaning how the brain looks, meaning if you get an MRI, you can see what the function is. You can see the brain stem, you can see all these different areas. Or with an EEG, for example, you can diagnose seizures and so forth. Where the problem with that is, a lot of it's just more anatomical, meaning that if it's broken, how do you fix it? There's never been an ability for us to take a look at the brain and say, wow, now this is why you think this way, or here's a delay in your thinking, and we can actually record those things.
Brain health has been historically challenging to evaluate because it's subjective and error-prone, and there hasn't been an objective, rapid, and easy measure, like a vital sign, like what we can get for your heart and things like blood pressure.
Demystifying the brain involves making complex neurological concepts accessible and understandable to the public and professionals alike. By advancing our understanding and treatment of neurological conditions through innovation and science, experts believe that we'll be able to take proactive action to optimize brain health and performance.
Our brain is our most mysterious and our most complex capacity of what it is to be human. And so imagine to try and actually evaluate your cognitive function is a daunting task. But what you can do, similar to how you can measure blood pressure or how you can measure the electrical activity of your heart, you can measure the electrical activity of your brain and look for key responses that tell us how your cognitive function is going. So if you imagine your brain is a supercomputer, right, between your ears, what we can do is just put sensors on the top of your head and actually ping that supercomputer for these known cognitive responses. And really there, we can tell how healthy your cognitive function is.
So what is an ERP? It's an evoke potential. Now what that means is it's basically the measurement of the brain electronically that sensor brings up or that you can read. It is the firing of the brain, it is the electrical current that the brain has, and we're able to measure that. So it's actually the fuel, we say, of what the brain uses every day so that supercomputer can function. So that's what an ERP is. And we can see if that ERP or that potential is decreased, which means function is down, or if it's hyper, which means it's too much, or if it's just right. And so that's what we use those ERPs for, is how your brain is functioning and how much fuel is there, for example.
Passionate about improving brain health, NeuroCatch translates leading neuroscience research and scientific innovation into real-world, accessible medical devices. By utilizing their fully automated platform, NeuroCatch delivers high-quality, accessible, and advanced measurement capabilities across diverse clinical points of care and community sectors worldwide.
The advantage of coming up with a science of brain vital signs allowed us to create the world's first objective portable brain scanner called NeuroCatch. And what NeuroCatch allows us to do is measure everyone's brains, no matter where we are in life or where we are on the planet. And then we can tackle really scary neurologic and mental health diseases by finding the effective treatments and interventions that actually move the dial.
And NeuroCatch allows you to be able to take a picture of their brain and say, listen, this is what's wrong. This is what is broken. But now I can help you fix it. How are we going to fix it? Whether that be medication, whether it be hyperbaric oxygen therapy, whether it be cognitive behavior therapy. The NeuroCatch unlocks the door to clinical excellence. That's what it does. It allows the physician to say, now I have the information, now I have the data, and let me use that training, let me use my resources to help change your life. And NeuroCatch is the key to help you do that.
So a NeuroCatch scan is a rapid scan where we will put a cap with sensors on the top of your head. It's completely non-invasive, takes a little over 6 minutes. We push a button and 6 minutes later, we have an immediate result of what your specific cognitive function brain process looks like. And we can compare that to healthy ranges to show where you fall relative to others, your age and in your situation.
What NeuroCatch allows me to do is give demonstrable data to say, yes, I can tell you because of my expertise, this is why. But also, I can prove it to you. I can prove to you that your brain is not functioning on its most optimal level. And I can then prove to you that if you utilize a therapy like hyperbaric oxygen therapy, for example, at the end of 10 treatments, how much your brain did better, because the NeuroCatch showed me. At the end of 20, how much it did better. By the end of 40, let's say, your brain is back to normal function, or it's functioning at a higher level than it was even beforehand. So it allows a demonstrable data point so I can say, I promise you, time you're spending, it restores hope. And when you give a patient hope back, they get their lives back.
NeuroCatch, measuring cognitive brain function simply, quickly, and objectively. To join the movement and learn more, visit NeuroCatch.com.